I'm really here to share this kind of news with you guys. I mean, this is not the kind of news that anyone really wants to hear, but it is breaking news about what Donald Trump is doing. We've also got a massive update from Mel Gibson out in Hollywood, being the ambassador of Hollywood on appointment from Donald Trump. But get this, guys. So President Donald Trump has declared a national emergency after personally touring the devastation that was caused by Los Angeles wildfires, which devastated over 100,000 structures, tragically claimed nearly 30 lives, and left entire neighborhoods just burned up to ash. And so this marks President Trump's first visit to California as president. This is a trip that followed his earlier stop in North Carolina to assess the Hurricane Helene damage. If you guys remember, we did a video on that just yesterday. Now, obviously, notable celebrities have been affected. Tyra Banks, Jennifer Lopez, Mel Gibson, among many others. I think Oprah Winfrey and maybe even Ellen DeGeneres may have been affected. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. By the way, please take a second. I really appreciate you guys hitting the like button, showing your support, sharing this video. Absolutely does help me out, and I totally do appreciate you guys. You guys are so amazing. Thank you so much, guys. But Trump arrived in Southern California on Friday, stepping off of Air Force One with, of course, the very beautiful, very classy First Lady Melania Trump. He exits the Air Force One plane onto the tarmac, and of course, he's greeted by California Governor Gavin Newsom. Now, this was Trump, and this is very important here, guys, because Gavin Newsom of California, a lot of the residents are just so angry with Gavin Newsom. And Gavin Newsom really doesn't like Donald Trump. We've seen this time and time again. But this is why it's so important here, this particular meeting today. And this was very, very unexpected. A lot of people didn't understand, didn't know how this is going to actually go down, because let's just say that their relationship is definitely rocky. It's very bitter. And so this was Trump and California Governor Gavin Newsom's first face-to-face meeting since Trump's inauguration, with the two leaders ultimately shaking hands in a big moment that just really kind of highlighted the whole gravity of this crisis that's taking place in California. Homes are burning down. Acres and acres of California are burning by the minute. It's a catastrophe on epic proportions. Borderlines, Armageddon almost, right? So the president and first lady proceeded to tour the destruction of the Pacific Palisades neighborhoods, meeting with residents who were personally impacted by the disaster, as well as local law enforcement and community members. Now, as Trump surveyed the devastation, he was visibly moved. He told reporters that it's not even believable. He said the firsthand look at the destruction, coupled with the conversations with affected homeowners, just really kind of underscores the dire situation taking place in multiple cities in California right now. And so Trump's decisive declaration of a national emergency is like exactly what they need right now. And in addition to touring the area, Trump participated in a roundtable discussion with Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass and state officials. Now get this, guys. His arrival at the meeting, it was met with chants of USA, USA. Many onlookers were cheering this on, setting a really good tone for both solidarity and urgency. Now keep in mind, California is typically a blue state. So for residents to be cheering Trump on, what does it say to you guys? Now, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, she welcomed Trump and his commitment to addressing the crisis, saying that this presence was welcomed. During the meeting, Trump expressed his sympathy for displaced residents, saying that it was an honor to meet them and noting their determination to rebuild their lives and their homes. However, the president really didn't shy away from criticism. At one point, President Trump actually called out Mayor Bass for what he saw as a lack of action, urging her to use her emergency powers more effectively. He said, quote, "You have emergency powers just like I do. you have to exercise them also, end quote. So, of course, LA Mayor Karen Bass, she defended her response, emphasizing that she had exercised those powers already. I don't know if y'all believe that or not, but that's what she says. Trump's declaration of a national emergency mobilizes federal resources to aid recovery efforts in Southern California, ensuring that affected residents and communities receive the support that they desperately needed. Now, the president's visit, it really does underscore the magnitude of this crisis here and his ongoing commitment to working with state and local leaders to rebuild and restore this devastated region. Melania Trump in the background with the black baseball cap, no logo. Looks like an absolute sergeant back there. I mean, look at her, right? Now, I can only imagine what Governor Gavin Newsom and Trump are discussing right there. We clearly can't hear them at that point. But remember, guys, these two individuals, what do y'all think took place right there? What do you think Gavin Newsom and Trump were saying to one another right there? These two have definitely bumped heads over the years, but I think Trump has really done a lot for California, though. So I feel like, Gavin Newsom should, definitely kind of work. I think they definitely need to work together. But at the end of the day, it's about the people. It's not about their personal grievances with one another. And I mean, like, go back a second, right? Could things have improved in their relationship? Because look at this. Gavin Newsom gives an unexpected kiss to Melania Trump in the face. Like, look at this. Like, that shows to me, like, I feel like if Trump and Gavin Newsom were on such harsh terms today, I don't think what's taking place behind Trump's back right now would have happened. Maybe I'm wrong. Um, yeah. I mean, that's just what I'm thinking. Like, would you let your wife do a kiss type of a greeting to Gavin Newsom if you were on horrible terms with him? You guys let me know what you think about that. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. So we just left North Carolina a little while ago. We have that in very good shape. We have the congressman in charge and Michael Watley, and we're going to do a lot of work. We have the Army Corps of Engineers working as they are here. And I think you're going to see some very big progress. They left them high and dry. And now we're going to be taking a little tour with some of the people from the area. I appreciate the governor coming out and meeting me, Kevin, very much. And we'll be talking a little bit. We want to get it fixed. We want to get the problem fixed. And there'll be some ways, but it's like you got hit by a bomb, right?
Yeah.
Like you got hit by a bomb. Would you like to say something?
Most importantly, thank you for being here. It means a great deal to all of us, and not just the folks in Palisades, the folks in Altadena that were devastated. We're going to need your support. We're going to need your help. You were there for us during COVID. I don't forget that. And I have all the expectations that we'll be able to work together to get this speedy recovery.
Palisades were devastated. Altadena was devastated. Hollywood, Los Angeles was devastated. I mean, the number of, we're talking prime real estate here, folks. I mean, I still haven't heard anything from these insurance companies yet, because I know that they're like, oh my God, this is going to bankrupt us overnight. Some of these homes are multiple millions of dollars, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, $50 million homes going up in flames here, folks. But I'm really happy to see this professional display of respect between these two powerful men here. Because again, it's about the people. It's not about your grievances with one another. That should be taken care of offline. So let's see if we can get things moving quickly toward, restoring some degree of normalcy for the residents of California.
We're going to get it done. Tremendous numbers of lives have been affected. A lot of real estate's been affected. Nobody's ever probably seen anything like this. You can almost say since the Second World War, when you think of it. I mean, nothing like this has happened. And we're going to get it fixed, so we'll get it permanently fixed, so it can't happen again. And again, we'll be talking a little bit later, and we'll get it worked out, okay?
I appreciate it, Mr. President.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Both of you have
Nice,
disagreed
nice.
a lot over the past week over what has happened in this state. How do you plan to
We got to
put your
get it
differences
finished.
aside?
We're looking to get something completed. And the way you get it completed is to work together. It's the governor of the state. And we're going to get it completed. They're going to need a lot of federal help. Unless you don't need any, which should be okay.
We're going to need a lot of federal help.
So,
Dude, I swear, Trump has probably one of the best sense of humors that we've had in the last 4 years, because I feel like Joe Biden was so dry. I don't know. Did y'all find Joe Biden funny? Did you find Joe Biden have a sense of humor? I mean, because for me, I don't really remember that. But it's like, I feel like every day Trump does or says something just kind of like, just kind of lighthearted, quick joke, gets people laughing and kind of just takes a little bit of stress off, especially in these very high stress situations. And you need that, I mean, like, we all know what the problem is. But if we could feel better as we work to solve the problem, like who couldn't benefit from a quick, smile every now and then? So shout out to Trump on that one.
we're going to take care of things, okay?
I have all the confidence in the world we'll work that out.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I guess some of you are coming with us, and some of you not. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Nice. Nice. All right, folks. So this is Trump, Gavin Newsom, Melania Trump in the combat boots. I'm sorry, like, I'm big on fashion, so I always peep what people are wearing. I'm pretty sure, knowing Melania Trump, those are probably like Dolce & Gabbana, maybe some Prada boots, maybe some Christian Louboutin. But yeah, heck, maybe they're Aldo boots. I don't even know, but maybe some Steve Madden for all we know. But anyway, Mel Gibson, ladies and gentlemen, ambassador of Hollywood. He met up with Sean Hannity. Let's hear a little bit from Mel Gibson on this one. Mel Gibson, who I wasn't overly familiar with until you guys kind of helped educate me with Mel Gibson. Evidently has been a Trump supporter for a while. Takes more of a conservative standpoint, it seems. But we're going to hear from Mel Gibson, ambassador to Hollywood appointment. Take a listen.
Legendary actor, director, our friend Mel Gibson is back, who is out with a gripping new thriller. I've liked every movie Mel's ever made, to be very honest with you.
Me too. I like Mel Gibson's movie. I think my first Mel Gibson movie was probably not Beverly Hills Cop. What's the movie with Danny? Lethal Weapon 2 and 3 with Danny Glover. Anyway.
At the top of my list, The Passion of the Christ. Anyway, it's called Flight Risk. Sir, how are you? Great to see you.
Good, Sean. How are you doing?
I'm good. First of all, I'm really sorry for you, for all the people in California, all that you've had to live through. Also, congratulations on your appointment by President Trump.
Yeah, well, you come with nothing, you go with nothing. Everything in between is just a bumpy adventure, right, Sean? I'm living in gratitude. Trump's out. He did. I found out I was some kind of ambassador at the same time as you did, probably on a tweet. So I was surprised. But hey, I'm ready, willing, and able to be of service in any way I can.
You know, you, Sly, and John Voight, three of my. I don't love a lot of people in Hollywood. I'm going to be blunt, but
you know, you got to appreciate Mel Gibson's success. And in spite of that level of success, because he's had quite a career, very impressive career, dude seems very humble here. And I don't think you get a lot of that in Hollywood. I think you get a lot of, showing off, and they're not grounded, if you know what I mean. And what we're getting out of Mel Gibson, what we've gotten out of what I've seen out of Mel Gibson lately, seems like a very humble guy in spite of his outrageous level of success. And I think that's cool. Personally, I don't think rich people are inherently bad at all. But at the same time, I definitely do think that there are some rich people who are just complete assholes. And it's not the money that made them assholes, in my opinion. It's just that they were a-holes to begin with, and the money just kind of allowed them to be bigger ones. I've met broke a-holes too. So it's not like, being a horrible person is somehow reserved for wealthy, high net worth individuals. I just think that some people who are really just rude, and if they're wealthy, they can have a bigger platform to display how rude they are. But it's not like it's the money that made them rude. What did they say? The love of money is the root of all evil. It's like there's a guy I follow. His name is Myron Golden. He says you should use the money and love the people, not love the money and use the people. And so it's like, I feel like a lot of these rich a-holes, they have that backwards. And that's largely why a lot of people hate them. What do y'all think?
You're three of my favorite people out there, and three of the best people in the industry. So I thought it was funny when I read, you did not get a phone call about it. You just heard about it. I read it. I think it was a Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah. Well, I think Trump shoots from the hip, and but hey, I'm here to be of service.
Nice.
Yeah, good for you. And I know Sly feels the same way, and John Voight feels the same way as well. And I think the three of you actually can really help. The film industry has been hurt in so many different ways, in part because of rules and regulations and high taxes, like so many other liberal Democratic states.
Wow. So what do y'all think about this? Mel Gibson, and I don't really know what the ambassador of Hollywood appointment really entails. I don't even know if this is like, I think it's a new position, but we'll definitely look to unpack this over the coming days and weeks. Again, we all know Trump does shoot from the hip. I'm pretty excited to see where this can go. The Hollywood industry it has a horrible reputation of abusing people, children. I mean, it's just bad. And I'm hopeful that, especially Mel Gibson, and you remember how they really try to suppress, and Disney's really bad about this. I don't know how y'all feel about Disney, but I remember that they were, Hollywood was really trying to suppress Mel Gibson's movie. It wasn't Passion of the Christ. It was, I want to say it was, Jesus. I got to look it up real quick. I can't even remember. Mel Gibson movie. You guys are going to kill me for not remembering this. Movies. It was a recent movie. And it was about like the kids. Where is it? I thought it was Mel Gibson. Wasn't it like not Silence of the Lambs? Google is not helping me right now. Maybe it wasn't Mel Gibson's movie. Um, I don't know what I did with it. Oh my god. But basically, if I remember correctly, it was like, these kids, they got they had like their father dropped them off to this like Hollywood um studio or something like that, and they basically told the father, hey, come back in a few hours. um we'll just be shooting and doing stuff like that. Come back in a few hours and pick him up, right? So the father goes, he leaves, and he comes back like a few hours later, and his kids are gone. Like, they completely like packed up the whole, what appeared to be a studio. They packed the whole place up, disappeared, took his kids, and it was horrible. Like, can you imagine that? And so anyway, this one heroic character ends up, I'm not going to ruin it for you guys. So anyway, but again, they were trying to silence that movie. They did not want that movie to get traction because it would expose the awful Hollywood elites for what they're doing. And this came out long before Diddy. This came out long before all of I think it came out after Epstein. But yeah, Hollywood needs some revitalization. Definitely. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for rocking with me. Hit the like button. Thank you for sharing this video. I appreciate the support. You guys are amazing. I really mean that. Check out our previous videos coming up here, and we'll see you on the next one.